time. Hello, a very nice evening, morning, day, whatever, wherever you are here from the Fine Liquids community. We are here streaming live on Twitch for you from the world of water, from the very, very special world of water. What are we doing? We are tasting water, we are sampling water for you, just to bring a new experience on your table in your life. But who are we? We are the Fine Liquids community. And who is the Fine Liquids community? Who are you meeting right now with us? Look at those guys. We are all water sommeliers everywhere from all across the globe. And today we are a very fine lineup, I think. We have Ruriko Suzuki from Japan. We have Milin Patel from London, UK. We have Maik Schneckenberger from Heidelberg. And we have Justin Glascock from Los Angeles, LA, and we have a very, very, very special guest. The first time we have him here in our Fine Liquids community. He is French first water sommelier, Alexis Durand from Watershop, and I'm very, very, very excited that he is here now. So, hey guys, how are you? What's up in your world of water all around the globe?
Yeah, of course. It's 10 p.m. in London. I'm feeling fine. I'm definitely here to hydrate the imagination, and I'm really looking forward to this Fine Liquids community meeting. It's we on a constant roll every month, and it's super cool. So yeah, glad to be here and seeing such lovely faces.
So, and what about you, Ruriko? What's going on in Japan? How is the situation there?
ルリコさん、最近、日本ではどうでしょうか。最近の近況ですね。
最近の近況最近、東京は気温が上がって水がとてもよく売れていると思います。毎日暑いです。
Okay, so the weather in Japan has been very well these days, so she's also assuming the sales of water is gonna rise.
And what about you, Mr. Glascock? What's all going on in Los Angeles? I thought when I saw into Instagram, Mr. Martin Riese just started a water bar over there. What is going on in your universe?
Well, my universe hasn't really changed much. Martin is having a great time with his new water project, working online water tasting with his fellow guests. My side, I'm just enjoying some new waters here and there, but also going back with a lot of my previous waters that I liked. Like for instance, I've been going back to Ferrale, the Italian water.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to kind of go back and forth and enjoy some of the great waters that I have tried in the past. So I'm just kind of learning. It's always good to go back and learn what I've been drinking.
So am I right when I say that you will taste two waters from Europe you never had before? I think Alexis just sent over two waters to everybody of us, and for my person, I never had those waters before. So what about you? Did you ever saw Black Detox Water and L'eau from France? I don't think so.
Are you specifically talking about this water, or are we talking about?
Yeah. But did you ever saw that before?
No, never. And I mean, I've seen some of Black Detox Water. Well, like a detox water sold in the U.S., but I never ever seen anything sold in glass bottles.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So first of all, Alexis, thank you so much. It was an idea here in that community to bring you into the show, because we want to hear a little backstory of you, how you got into that water sommelier thing at all, and where Watershop comes from, and how you came to Black Detox Water. We from Fine Liquids, we started with another detox water, but it was very difficult to bring it to Germany, and with law stuff and so on, and we stopped that. We had enough customers therefore, but we stopped that because of so many difficulties. And first of all, a very big thank you for sending over all that stuff. So here is Mr. Alexis Durand. Welcome to the community.
Hello guys, thank you for welcoming me first of all, and I would just start. Are you talking about the BLK?
Please?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm Alex, I'm in Paris, it's 11 p.m. right now, and the weather is quite cool, quite nice, and I started working at Watershop since 2014, but just before that I'm still a wine sommelier and working for wine, and just a friend of mine just asked me to work for him in the water business, and I said, why should I work in the water business as I'm working for the wine? And he just pushed me, and finally I jumped in the pool, in the water, and so it was in 2014, and then I started to have a big interest for water, because it's just amazing how water is, and so similar things with wine, regarding the pairings, the tasting, and so many other different things, the origin, and how you explain how water tastes and things like that. So it's a lot of parallels with wine and with beer as well. I think so. And so I started to I went to Germany to be a water sommelier, and so I'm the first French water sommelier here. And it's really was really passionating, really. And when working for Watershop, and actually we are selling most of water coming from all around the world, and as well from France. We have a bit more than 60 different brands, mainly for France, of course, but as well from a little bit everywhere. As well from Japan, from the States, from Germany, of course, from the UK as well, from a little bit everywhere. And we started to think about having our own water, and BLK was one of the water we imported as well. And but BLK for us, it was not really a detox water. It's just like in the US, they say it's just water with a thing in it. It's not really clear what is in it. I was in touch with a lady who is doing this, and I wanted to have the exact receipt of this water, but she never she never gave the exact composition of the water. So what we thought is that we wanted to do a really black water, but a European one, and with a real effects. Not saying that BLK doesn't have any effects, but it's not very clear what is in it, so it's difficult to say what the effects are. So we started to create this, the Black Detox Water, and the idea is that you can buy some charcoal in the pharmacy, right? You can go into the drugstore, at least in France, in Europe. You can just go into a drugstore and buy activated charcoal, sorry, and it's really working, because activated charcoal is it's detoxifying your body. It's just giving you it's again bloating. I can say that in English, I think.
Gastro, yeah.
Thank you. And many good things for the body, actually. And so we started to think about that, and we were looking for people to do that, because we are in Watershop. It's in France. We are in Paris, and we don't have any. We are just have offices. We don't have any machinery. We don't have a spring source and nothing. So we just have the idea, and then we went all over Europe, and starting from France, and a bit everywhere, in Germany as well, in the UK, we are in the Eastern Europe, And finally, we find a very, very nice spring in Bulgaria. So this one is a spring coming from Bulgaria, and with a receipt coming from France, and the name and everything is from France.
Wow.
So because it was very, very difficult to have to find someone in France who wishes to start a whole new business, and with someone who has so little experience with water. So in Bulgaria, they find us very, very interesting, and we started with them. But BLACK Water is now we are producing a little bit more than 200,000 bottles per year, and selling them mainly in France, quite a lot in Spain, Portugal, a little bit in Luxembourg, and we are selling as well in Eastern Europe. So it's working quite well. I don't know, Pat, if you tell me if I stop or not, but you can taste it, and it was very, very, very difficult to have something really nice to drink, because activated charcoal is not pleasant in the mouth. The mouthfeel is not very pleasant. It's a little bit heavy. Yeah. It's a little bit heavy, and mixed it with water, it was not easy to have it really nice like that, because it's a really black water, but you see that you have the particles at the bottom of the bowl. Yeah.
So when you shake it, when you shake it, they were going loose there, but they are still here. Yeah.
Yes, you have to shake it a lot.
Yeah.
And still, after it's quite interesting, because water usually doesn't have, when it's bottled, water doesn't have smell, but this one has one. I don't know if you smell it already. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
What did you smell, guys?
So before we are going into smelling and tasting, no problem at all. But I think you are a very good person to talk about things, because you made a very big story in a very short way, very compact to understand, to feel it, to get into it. And what I really appreciate is when you're telling me that this is from Bulgaria. Last year I met Bulgaria, and I met a few of their amazing sources, and I think that the quality of Bulgaria water sources is amazing. This is a structure of water over there which is completely different to the water Germany, French, over the Alps. So you really can taste the quality of the region, or the terroir of the region. So, but before we are talking about taste and smell of that water, I never tasted it before, I must say. I want to make a bridge. I want to build a bridge, because we are not all sommeliers, but Mike and you, Alexis, you both made your certification at Doemens, and so I want to ask you, Mike, did you had a water like this at the Doemens water sommelier course? Did you ever spoke about water like this?
Ja, das ist ja das eine Wasser, was wir hatten. Ein deutsches Wasser war das mit Aktivkohle, aber da hat sich die Aktivkohle abgesetzt.
Okay. Mike just says they still had one, a detox water, at the Doemens Academy, but it was from a German company, and it still disappeared, so that they had the coal down here and the water up there. So yeah, okay, you still had some of that. Yeah. One question before we smell and taste it: what is the perfect temperature, Alexis, you think, where this water should be drunken?
This is a good question. It's like wine, it's like beer, it's like water in general, because as a water sommelier, cold beverages are not very good for the body, for the health, and so room temperature is definitely the best. But if you put it in the fridge, maybe 12 degrees, then you have the smell disappearing, because the smell could be a little bit difficult for someone who is not used to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Ich denke auch, dass die optimale Temperatur eigentlich bei Raumtemperatur ist. egal was du verkostest, ob es Wasser ist, ob es Bier ist, ob es Wein ist, die optimale Geschmackstemperatur, wo sich die Aromen optimal auf der Zunge verbreiten, ist Raumtemperatur.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Schneckenberger just said, yes, that's right. Do it with room temperature, because then you have the full experience, and yeah, that's it. So, how about you? Is there any more question before we open the bottle?
Yeah, I think it's important just for our audience as well that this Black Detox water with the charcoal infused, this isn't something new, and maybe Ruriko, Justin could shed some light. From my understanding, that charcoal has been used in Japanese culture for purifying water or adding to water for centuries. So this here is something that we're taking from history many years ago, and in Japanese culture, from what I understand, they have been using charcoal for water purification or adding charcoal to release good minerals for the body.
And let me ask Ruriko as well, since we're jumping this. Ruriko さん、今回ブラックディトックスウォーター、チャーコールを使ってるわけなんですけど、多分日本にも長らくこういったチャーコールを使って、水をピュリファイさせたりとかされたりする文化とか、もしかしたらあったと思うんですけど、何か一言、足しできたらなと思うんですが、なんかどうですか？
はい、活性炭は水道局で匂いを取るためのものとして実際に今も使われています。で、あとは美容とか
消臭剤みたいな感じですかね。
そう、消臭剤みたいな感じで、あと冷蔵庫の匂いを取ったりとか、あとは靴箱の匂いを取ったりとか、どちらかといえば消臭剤的な役割の方が目立つかなっては思います。ただ長年ですね、サプリメントとか美容とか健康の観点で販売はされていて、胃腸の問題を良くするとか、あと、お肌をきれいにするとか、あとは老廃物とかコレステロールを排除する食品として、販売もされているようです。私はまだ使ったことはないんですけれどもね。
Yes, so of course it's seen in a water product as well, but in Japan it's been used in kind of variety of sceneries.
Yeah.
So like we do have these products that you can leave in the fridge to remove, because these black charcoals helps to remove the odors so that's what helps. Also a lot of the beauty products, so because by having these charcoal, I think it helps with the digestion. So, and also helps with your skincare. But yeah, I have never personally used it that much before, but
Oh, you look beautiful to me, Justin.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's been used in many scenes, and this is actually good exposure for the U.S. market, because in the U.S. it's not really known kind of worldwidely yet. I've seen few products, but it's not really major. I think it's more kind of minor size. So I think this will be a great opportunity for all my U.S. audience to get to know as well.
It's a nice thing. What Alex has done is taken traditional charcoal and infused it into the waters, knowing that the benefit of it is there. So yeah, I was pretty excited about it also. So yeah, shall we taste?
Yeah.
I just wanted to add something, is that there are many different charcoals. So you can find a stick of charcoal to add in the tap water, for example, just to try to purify the tap water. If this makes sense somehow. So this is a little bit different of what we used so in the Black Detox water, or what is used in the soap with charcoal on for toothbreath and for many things, and for beauty. Okay,
Yeah.
and so yeah, different things, and not all the charcoal are active and may make detox in the body. So there are many different ones.
Yeah.
And this one is really active, but maybe we can taste it, and after I will just share some experiences.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
Crack the
Right.
bottle.
Everybody is older than 3 years, and we have no pregnant woman.
Good point. Good point, Mike.
Oh wow.
Oh, it gives a nice little.
It's a little bit velvet.
Wow, look at this. That is mysterious.
Mysterious, that's the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, this is pretty cool. Like, I was expecting like maybe a bit of transparency, but this is
Deep.
Deep.
yeah,
It
very.
is. And it's
There's-
heavy too.
It's a hint of velvet, but all in all, it's just black.
Mm.
It's not
Smells like
only-
wine, like a red wine.
Exactly.
It does. You're right. Like a sweet bread.
It
Yeah.
looks like Guinness, like a stout.
Yeah. It's got that. Interesting. And it's not carbonate. No, there's no carbonation.
No.
匂いが独特。
Well,
Yeah.
anyways, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
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 Alexis is used to his water, and he is wondering what he can read in the eyes and in the smiles in our faces, I think.
Yeah. Just waiting.
It's like a little bit of sweetness,
Yeah.
like a dark chocolate with a little bit of sweetness, and then it crumble on the teeth.
Me, it's sweetness with elements of coconut. Like there's something like it's kind of coconutty in a way, but enjoyable, really enjoyable. I didn't expect, because I've tried BLK and that was just, I didn't get it. There was nothing there. But this one, there's definitely something there, and it's like a natural sweetness. And it's soft and velvety, like super velvety. Like it's dreamy. It's just silky, velvety. Just travels over your palate, over your tongue. It glides in. Enjoyable.
I for my person, I did not expect that it would be so smooth all in all. And I was a little bit surprised of that first impression I had, because this was a bit sour. I had a small sour impression.
Like a sour cherry,
Yeah, like a sour cherry.
like in Belgium.
I had, yes, as you said, I had one of that Black Waters before. I don't remember the brand. Maybe I bought it at Watershop some years ago. I don't know, but this other water was not enjoyable. It was hard to drink. I couldn't drink one bottle. I think maybe after one glass I thought, oh, okay, that's not my drink. But here I have that feeling this would be fitting very well in a spa area next to going into sweating the whole day, having a wellness day. So I think this really would fit there without any doubt. So that's my opinion on that.
Yes, I totally agree. The appearance, the taste, the health, well-being benefits from it. Definitely, it's one of these waters that after a workout, a hard day, or like you say, you're at a spa and you are on that journey of looking after your body, taking some time out and having a water like this. I personally like the taste, I really do, and the mouthfeel from this. I was surprised. I thought it was just going to be no taste, deep and dark, but definitely I find it like that sweet, soury, that element of coconut in it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is definitely a drink that I would enjoy as part of active well-being that you would try to do maybe 2-3 times a week after a workout or something, or if you're feeling a bit fatigued. I think this water will definitely be the one to try, and it looks so cool.
It looks cool,
Like,
yes.
It's out of the norm. It's out of the norm. Like, you could do some really cool things with this, at a party, or
Cocktails.
renting cocktails, or just what happens when you freeze this?
Doesn't work very well. Already tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Black ice cubes would be so cool. Like, I'm
Yeah.
looking at them.
Black ice.
But Alexis, before you are opening that Pandora box of making cocktails out of that, I want to know, Justin, what's your impression of that very, very unique and very special water?
Yes, no doubt, very unique. The smell is almost like it kind of has a mix of jackfruit. It has that acai, but also has that mix. But when I taste the water, it has that sourness, almost like prune. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you drink the water, it is actually quite soft and smooth. But when it hits your stomach, it's actually quite filling. So I can also consider this as a, if you're not gonna eat too much, you can also use this as a kind of substitute. Also, it seems like it has a lot of stuff into it. It might be perfect for like a workout, as the Milin or that you guys mentioned earlier. I do agree. I think that's the most scenery that I can think of, like spa as well. That might be really nice. ルリコさんはどう思いますか？味の感想は。
まず香りがビネガーの香りがしました。あとは飲むとやはり私はビネガーがレモンの搾り汁を入れたような酸味を感じました。で、後味で甘みとか、あと口の中の滑らかさっていうのもあるんですけど、私は酸味がこう前面に出てきているような印象でした。
ね。So, her first impression is it has that sourness smell. It's almost like vinegar. But when you drink it, it almost has that touch of a kind of lemon-like, sourness, kind of sweetness as well, mixed in. So yeah, it's very interesting.
So I think it can be a three-way water. You can drink water, then you have the taste behind. It's the second way, the taste on the tongue. And the third way is the particles on the teeth.
Yeah.
And then
If I say,
smell in the water,
yeah,
it's like a chocolate wine. So we have a chocolate wine from Scabian Grey, from Italy, and nearby by the same in my nose, but the taste is different. So it's a fine water taste on the starting, and then it goes on to the creamy, to the smoothie, and then you have the particles on the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
What if I say it's about the smell and a little bit of taste as well? I just found that the word in English is curd or curdled milk.
Yeah, curdled milk. Yeah.
This is what we have actually when we are smelling this water for the first time, and that's why if you smell it again, maybe you would find it. So this is the point.
Yeah.
And what is it in German?
Oh.
Alexis, wie sagst du es in Deutsch?
Ja, ich weiß es nicht. Warte mal. Käsebruch.
Ah, okay.
It's really amazing how big the universe of just one water can be when you just open your mind and go away from all the vocabulary you used before. But this is a water which makes it not very... it's very easy to get into this description world of that water because that water has so many dimensions, I think. There is another point for me, and this is aftertaste. I just try to find out what that aftertaste makes with me. It just feels a little bit like that my tongue is getting smaller, and I think I have to produce a little bit more, or I have to drink a little bit more. So it's very unique. I think I never had an aftertaste like that before. I think it makes thirsty. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Alexis? I think it makes me thirsty. I want to drink more.
Yes. So yeah. Well, I maybe it's you and after the beer. I don't know.
Oh, why not? Why not? Why not?
I don't know, to be honest. But just you have to remember that activated charcoal is a real medicine. So and you have to be aware of drinking this bottle because it's really active. It's not marketing at all.
Yeah.
So if you drink more than 2 or 3 bottles, depending of course of your body and your weight and everything, but it can be diuretic. So it's really it works really fast. So what we suggest here is when you have a big party or something like that, or a heavy meal. So and you just want to get rid of all those very fat things, and you want to start from all over. Then just drink this black detox water in the morning. And we are making a box of 7 black detox water, so for the 7 days of the week, and you have to drink it in the morning before anything. So it's how you call that.
All right. Okay. Just in regards to what you're just saying, we have a question from our chat room, and this is there any acidity within the taste? So it's for everybody of us. And if so, what type of acidity would you think is it?
I would say
That is a good question.
it's kind of like with Justin mentioned, like the plum. You know, like
Yeah.
It's quite like that. It's not over acidic, and it's a very pleasant sweetness, acidic, sour, but very all combined together for a nice taste.
Mm-hmm. But also another thing that I really like what Ruriko mentioned was vinegar. Like I do have a apple cider vinegar every day.
Yeah.
I usually mix it with my water, but it's kind of similar to that kind of acidic.
But not as overpowering.
like empowering, not the taste.
Yeah,
Talking about
not
the
as tart, not as tart as apple cider, so you can actually drink it without going. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not talking
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, just the acidity level. Yeah.
Okay.
Unlikely, yeah.
I just want to ask you, Alexis, you just talked about making cocktails with that water. So I had a few minutes and moments to think about that idea. And so my first thought on making a cocktail with that is, what about the black thing? Does it still persist being black, whatever you are mixing? Or does it go into a mixture with the other drink? Or is it getting lighter? What is happening with the drink?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit dark, and after the black color disappear very quickly. Actually, it's a little bit difficult to fix the charcoal to remain the black color. It's not as easy as you think. But it's quite nice because just this specific taste and this smooth in the mouth gives you something already. This is something that you usually don't have with cocktails, because like you all said and Milin said, is that it's really velvety and it's really sweet. And you can find a new way of doing cocktails with something very, very smooth in the mouth, very, very smooth.
I must say, it is super smooth.
Yeah.
Super smooth.
Okay, so just to give me an idea of a cocktail, which is your preferred cocktail you can mix with Black Detox water?
Oh, you asked me that. Any.
Any. All right. So to our water sommeliers, well, when I think about what are you doing, Mike, what you doing, Justin? So do you have any brainstorming ideas? What would you do with that water, pairing with an alcohol or with juice or a sparkling thing, a tonic? I don't know. I'm not that mixer too.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of my idea. Anything that has so this is just my philosophy. It might not apply to everybody, but when it comes to water strong like this, it's something I would love to enjoy alone.
Yeah.
Because I think it's gonna overpower, and it might not go well with a food pairing. So I usually enjoy this alone in a dark room, and just get myself out there just to enjoy this water.
Okay.
If I were to modify this water, like, I don't think I'd go cocktail, but my personal would be, because it's so velvety and it's got that tartness. You know, Magnificat, of real fine bubbles. If a carbonated version were to occur, I think that would be an awesome option. Fine effervescent, because you'll get the bubbles, but then you still get that sweet tartness, but then that just crazy super smoothness it's super enjoyable.
Ja, also ich könnte mir vorstellen, das Ganze vielleicht so Art wie Black Velvet Cocktail with Beer and Champagne, das auch mit Champagner einfach zu machen. Weil du hast ja schon diese leichte saure Note am Anfang. Du kannst das Ganze wahrscheinlich noch ein bisschen kicken mit der Kohlensäure vom Champagner oder vom Schaumwein.
Yeah, cool idea. So I made a lot of different. Yeah.
Bisschen Cider noch rein daneben, so wie bei Black Velvet. Black Velvet is cider and champagne and I think porter or Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Guinness, cider and champagne with the Black Velvet cocktail.
Yeah, cool. You can see there is a real big range what you can do with water, and it's all about what your personal things you like. And so when Justin says, "Oh, I just want to have that single by its own," so I really understand that, because it's
He's
the
a
same to me.
purist.
Yeah, but it's the same. But it's the same to me when it comes to water. I like it when it is all in itself. But no, I met Mike, and I know when you are open-minded and when you are mixing things, you're getting into new kind of taste experiences, which are sometimes really awesome. So Mike and me, we just brought together beer and sparkling wine, and this was a very, very unique experience because I never thought about mixing that. And when you are drinking this, it's very, very pleasant. And now when you say, Milin, try it with Magnificat, with that fine bottles, with that fine bubbles, Mike comes and says, okay, do the same, but try it with champagne. And this is something I'm really enjoying what we are doing in that community. When we started doing that 1 year ago, sometimes I thought, oh my god, that's too big for me, I can't pair that stuff in my brain. And now sometimes when we're talking about that, I really can think about, oh, this could be like that, this could be like that. And this is what I want to invite our audience to understand, that water in your kitchen, water on your tables is not just that hydrating thing. It could be a magical moment when you are playing with that, and this is what we are doing. So we are not the water sommeliers. Yeah, we are playing with that.
Zum Essen for food. I think it's also with dark meat. Yeah, with a dark or with a chicken from the barbecue.
Yeah.
Not too roasty, but only a medium steak, a medium or a dark, not with sweet and sour. Only the duck. This water, I think it will pair.
Yeah. Just over to Ruriko. I just want to know Ruriko's thoughts in the Japanese market for this water. If you don't mind, Justin.
Yeah. ルリコさんは、もしもこの水をペアするとしたらどうしますか？
ペアする、食べ物だったら、まずは私は単発なのでビネガーの効いたサラダと一緒に朝食事でいただくということをするかなっていうのがあるのと、あとはいろいろ楽しむという点ではダークカラーのお料理を揃えてその時のパーティーのドリンクにするっていうのも面白いかなと思いました。で何よりもあと多分向いているというかふさわしいかなと私自身が感じたのは、エステサロンのウェルカムドリンクかアフタードリンクとしてこちらを採用するとデトックス効果で非常にいいのではないかなということは思いました。
それも面白いですね。So probably she would enjoy this with the salad is one way, because she mentioned about the water is almost like vinegary. So also it might be a really fun idea to serve this as a party drink. So not only having with a glass of black detox water, but having a lot of like black colored food.
Yeah.
Might be pretty interesting.
I think also the added benefit of the party drink, the uniqueness of the black color. I'm sure your guests the next day are going to be very grateful for you to introduce this water, because hopefully it will help them get over that hangover or just add minerals and detoxifying from the charcoal, just to make them awake again after a night of enjoyment. So I think it has that added benefit. Or one of these drinks that if you're hosting a party, it's something that you hand out to your guests to either drink on the way home or when they wake up in the morning. Just to, I definitely see that as an added benefit. Super cool, really unique, but with the added health and well-being benefit.
Ich denke auch, dass wenn du das als, muss mal bitte übersetzen,
Ja.
wenn man einen Cocktail hat, einen hellen Cocktail oder einen farbigen Cocktail, ja, und du hast diesen Cocktail im Glas und er leuchtet, dann kommst du und schenkst einfach und machst das Ganze so zaubermäßig, und er ändert die komplette Farbe, ja, oder du hast einen schweren Cocktail und er mixt sich so mit der schwarzen Farbe aus. Bestimmt auch ein guter Party.
Yeah, what Mike just said is when you have a light cocktail with a very transparent color, and you're just adding a few sips of that black detox water, this would be changing the color immediately. What would be a real funny moment at a party, or clockwise, when you have a dark cocktail and you're bringing that detox water in, it could be getting a kind of flowing moment. So this would be really cool, I think. Yeah.
Just a quick question. Normally, and it's pretty cool that you found this spring in Bulgaria. But from what I've understood with these other waters, they may use distilled water. What's the mineral composition of the spring that's infused with this? Is it like a low TDS, medium TDS?
It's very low TDS, and this was quite difficult to find because in the eastern countries it was usually, so it's not a generality, but they have a lot of very medium to high minerality water, so high TDS, and this one is very, very low, and they use it already as itself just for purification, because I can't say everything about this water, but it's a very, very, very nice and pure spring water they have. And it's quite amazing. And so we were very, very, very happy to find them, because it's a family running enterprise, and so there are maybe 20 people working there. There are only one line to propose the bottling. It's quite small, and they're very, very nice people, and it was very, very easy to work with them. And even to work with the receipt and to improve the receipt of this black detox water, and because we made a minimum of 50 different tries, and to get this, and and still now we wanted to go organic, but it's a little bit complicated, so we just stopped for now. But so we were just always working with them, and so it's very, very nice. And they're quite small, but they have their own natural mineral water, so it's natural mineral water they sell over there in Bulgaria.
Yeah. Well, I think for the audience, Alex is France's #1 water sommelier, runs Watershop in France. Be rest assured he has done his homework to make sure it's a very good source of water that's going into this. So it's interesting and it's enjoyable.
So I think if you have a high TDS, you won't have this smoothie feeling. You won't have this kind of feeling drinking this water.
Yeah. It would be It would be so much more complex, and it would be fat of everything. So it must be a low TDS.
Think about Gerolsteiner Sprudel.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or Vichy Catalan
wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
The coal is settling down. I think so.
Yeah.
So I can tell you it's less than 100 TDS.
Yeah.
The water original.
Eine Frage habe ich noch ganz schnell. Gibt es eine Mindestmenge, die man trinken darf? So wie bei Rogashka. So,
Is there
0,3 trinken, und ob ich da jetzt 1 Liter oder einfach nur diese 0,3 am Tag oder vielleicht noch weniger trinken soll, weil das ist ja auch, wenn man zu viel Kohle nimmt, auch nicht das Beste. Dann geht es ja hinten raus.
Yeah, the question is just what Mike asked. Is there a limit I can drink per day when I'm taking detox water, or is there a limit after when it's not longer good for your health? So that's it.
Yeah. So this is something we are thinking about, because on the label it's not very detailed, and it's true that activated charcoal is, like I said, is medicine, and if you drink too much of that, so it's diuretic, And it's not only diuretic, it's so depending on the people, because maybe you, Mike, I'm sorry, but maybe you can drink 3 and it won't do anything. And for Ruriko, only after 1 bottle it will be active already in her body. Okay, so it's depending, of course, on everyone. But what I wanted to say that it is as well, you have to, because activated charcoal is acting like a sponge in your body, so it is taking, all the toxins, and with the water is eliminating everything. Okay, but all the toxins, including all the medicines. So if you are taking medicines, you shouldn't drink it, or maybe you can drink it, but 2 hours before or 2 hours after you are taking medicine, because it's taking it, or it's the minimum is lowered, the effect of the medicine in your body. It's really effective on the body. So it's really not marketing. So you have to be aware of that. And we are thinking about just mentioning this on the next label, because it's something that it's quite important, I think.
Yeah, I think it's important to have that label, but then it does actually distinguish it as the consumer of, hey, this is a serious detox water that has validated properties in it. So, some people will look at detox and think, okay, you take in moderate amounts, or just double check that it's suitable for what you want to obtain. So I think it is clear, but then, like you say, just that added sentence or description would definitely help. But I think anything that says detox, hey, it's got to go somewhere.
Okay. Some people might not believe that we are still over 50 minutes online, and me too. I'm completely amazed about that thing. But there is one thing I want to add. I think Alexis and me, we met us at Düsseldorf Pro Wein several years ago, before, and you talked about, Pat, you have to look for your own brand. And I thought, no, I don't have to look for my own brand, because there are so many cool brands all around the globe. And then I think it was this one you showed me. Is it right?
Yeah.
It was this one. And I thought about, I thought about, okay, cool, he's doing his own waters. And so I asked Alexis, could you please send us this water too? Because we can see here the full bandwidth of what you can do with water. We talked about Black Detox water, and this is a water for a special niche, okay? For a special situation in your life, or for special people, or however, it's a niche water. And here we have a water which is not for a niche. This is a water for everybody, for all day driver. This is a water which is benefiting in every kind of how you want to look at it, because it's sustainable and it's very, very good for hydration. And so I'm very pleased that you sent us both of that, and I want to close that live stream today with a sip of that water. Can we do that? Are you going with me when we are taking a sip of that water too?
Please do.
So this is very pure in design. How is it called? How do I say that right? Is it called just l'eau?
L'eau, because l'eau in French, l'eau is water. So it would be the same if the brand was water, because it's the same.
Okay.
The sound l'eau is like water in French.
All right. Cheers, l'eau.
Cheers. And so the general idea of this, when you are tasting the water, is that we wanted to go sustainable. So this is a Tetra Pak, and we have as well the little ones, 25 centiliters. And And the idea is that this is something brand new, but we are looking to have our own spring in France, and so maybe before the end of the year we will be able to produce our own bottles with our own water.
Yeah, that's a very
we are
cool.
looking at that.
That's a very cool thing, and just for the German market is something I want to say to the Germans. Hey, why don't you buy stuff like that? I talked to several companies which are producing waters like that in a Tetra Pak like that, and they all told me, no, Pat, nobody is buying that water in the supermarket. It does not run. You can do it with iced tea, you can do it with juices, you can do it with everything, but a Tetra Pak water does just work for baby drinking water. So I don't know why. Mike, ist das eine Erfahrung, die du teilen kannst? Irgendwie, das läuft nicht in Deutschland sowas, ne? Im Wasser.
Also nicht wirklich. Also das Babywasser gibt es tatsächlich,
Ja.
aber in 0,5 oder 1 Liter Kartons. Ne, 1 Liter, das ist 0,5 in 1 Liter Kartons.
Ja.
Für 1 Euro das Stück. Und ja, ich weiß nicht, das ist auch irgendwie nicht zu ansprechend dargestellt. Also das ist, die ganze Optik ist einfach nur, weiß nicht, das ist wie Katzenmilch, ne?
Yeah, it's just like you say. It does not work. Nobody is taking it from the places where they are. Everybody's looking for the cheapest. I ask everybody, what are you? How do you make your decision in supermarket with water? Water price? Huh? Nothing about taste. Nothing about sourcing. Nothing about region. Nothing about biological, ecological, sustainable. Nothing. It's just price. So that's German buying water. So that's all. Okay.
Wein kauft auch keiner im Tetra Pak bei uns.
Yeah. Does not work. Yeah.
Und dann ist halt in Germany the baby water is in Tetra Pak is only by the baby food, not by the water. It's only by the baby food. So
Yeah.
nobody is looking for this water if you don't have a baby.
So, but Alexis, you send us 2 very, very cool waters. I like that still version here. It's very, very smooth and yeah, it's good in taste. I really like that.
At the back. Did you look at the back?
Yeah.
I like this one. How do you feel?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool. Today, I feel like this right now.
So I'm very happy too because we just did it once again, and so it's a very, very stable thing with that Fine Liquids community, and I'm very proud that we are opened for new persons. And you know, Alexis, for us in the Fine Liquids community, it's a big thing to bring that connection more and more together, because we think we are not in when it comes to fine water, we are not really connected all across the planet, but we should, and we should connect more and more, because I think everybody can learn of each other, can benefit from each other. And so I'm really pleased that this happened and that you sent us all these waters over. And for the future, maybe we will meet again. Maybe we will see in Paris. Maybe we will meet in London or even here in Heidelberg. Open-minded for everything. Very glad that this happened. I think when I think back when we started working together, we made that Filico import thing. This was a real big issue stuff we did. Can you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So from my side, this was enough talking, enough. Thank you. So I give the word to Milin and to the rest of you.
Ruriko first.
じゃあまずルリコさんから、今日の、ショーの感想。
今日のショーの感想、いや貴重なブラックデトックスウォーターがとても楽しく美味しくいただけました。ありがとうございました。あとこちらはすごく飲みやすくて、とても日本人にも受け入れられそうなお水だと思いました。ありがとうございました。
So So she was very excited to try this Black Detox water. So thank you for sending her the water. And she definitely enjoyed the taste and the whole experience, as well as this water here. She said that it was nice and smooth. Tasted something what Japanese consumers will like. So thank you very much.
Merci. Thank you.
Very good. I think from me, yes, Alex, thank you for introducing detox water. Definitely a very nice experience, very different from what I was expecting when I unboxed today. I see this water, it definitely has mileage because it's presenting on your daily hydration water. And I love what you've done in regards to taking old methods of adding, activated charcoal into water and creating a water in a beautiful glass as well. Bottle makes it feel very special. And what I find is individuals that are looking for that healthy lifestyle, etc., to have these, 3-4 times a week as part of that lifestyle, to hold something nice as a gift back to themselves of, I've been good, I've been eating healthy, I've driven past that McDonald's and I have not gone in there. It gives an element of specialness to it. So yeah, I think it was cool. And Lo, for me, I love the bicarbonate level in it. That definitely allowed the taste for me to come through, and the sort of softness with the calcium as well, not too high, but enjoyable. Again, with some of these packed waters, for some reason it's just there's no thought of mineral, but with this it was very decent.
Thank you. Merci.
Yeah. So, whoa, this was an eye-opening experience. Especially, I personally never really had a detox water before, so it was a lot of fun. And I don't know if we never really talked about it, but I love the design. I love these little tiny diamonds.
Yeah.
It's almost like a black diamond.
Yeah. It's like
And,
Art Deco kind of.
It is.
And
And
yeah.
I just love the grip holding this water. I just love the bottle. Yeah, so nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the bottle seems to love your hand because you don't want to let it. You want to hold it. Yeah.
Ja, also für mich auch tolles Wasser. Was mir gefällt, ist, dass das nicht auseinanderfällt. Also it's not falling out.
Oh,
So the German one is falling out and it's not looking nice. And if you only have to shake it, and then if you see black water, and after 20 minutes you will have two sides in the bottle. It's not so cool for the optical things.
Yeah.
Ja, jetzt auf Deutsch weiter. Die Flasche, genial, gefällt mir. Lässt sich schön anfassen. Das Etikett ist nicht so ruppig. Ja, also ein schönes Etikett, was nicht in der Hand irgendwie störend ankommt. Und, tolles Wasser. Und auf jeden Fall mein 3-Wege-Wasser, ja, dass man da wirklich riecht. Dann schmeckt man, dann kommt erst das an, was man überhaupt riecht, also praktisch das Retronasale. Und dann kommt das Mouthfeel. Ja.
danke.
Yeah, what Mike just said is he's completely fallen in love with that water, with all of it, not just the water itself, but just with the design and with the feeling in the hand, the label and the haptic of the label. So, and that freeway water is something very special to explain in English. I will learn on that, so yeah, I cannot translate that. Okay, so I think that was a real amazing live stream for May 2022 with our very special guest Alexis Durand from Watershop Paris, France. Thank you
Merci
so
beaucoup.
much. Yeah, merci beaucoup. Just a short outlook. in June we will have the Black Water Festival, and yes, it will be there. There is no corona, there's no pandemic, and it will be there. And so Milin and Mike and me, we will be there in person, and I'm very, very happy, looking forward to see all of you, and maybe the one or the other in online sessions too. But I know that's a real big thing, Black Water Festival. So for everybody who cannot be there in person, you can join this complete festival online on their internet pages, Facebook pages. So they will provide everything, so you can join us also there. And I think we will do some special clips for our audience there when we are at the Black Lake. So for all of you, stay healthy, stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay happy. Have a nice time till the next live stream. Bye bye.
See you.
Bye-bye, everyone. That's it.
Come to the source, string life, find satisfaction. Yeah, that's right. Go with the flow, enter the stage. Hello, it's showtime.